Hey everyone, welcome to the show. I have some updates to share about the midterms. On Monday, early voting began in Georgia, and after only 24 hours of voting, the Secretary of State announced that they had hit a record turnout. In fact, in that single day, the early votes increased by 85% compared to early voting in 2018, which was also higher than normal. The Secretary of State press briefing said that as of Tuesday, October 18th, 131,000 Georgians had already cast their ballots. In 2018, it was 70,849. And the Secretary of State said that this year's first day votes were close to the number seen on the first day of voting in the presidential election of 2020. By Wednesday, by yesterday, early voting had surpassed the number seen in early voting in that state in the 2020 election. As of yesterday, nearly 300,000 people had already cast their ballots. That's nearly double the amount of people who cast their early ballots in the 2018 midterms. That's almost unheard of, you guys. Typically, people check out during the midterms. So, a couple of thoughts on this. Historically, when voter turnout is high, it usually means it signals that Democrats are going to do well in the election. But in previous elections across time, Republicans have been more likely to vote in midterm elections. That's just always been the case. They're usually the ones who turn out. Right now, enthusiasm is up on both sides. The right is energized because the majority still believe Donald Trump's election fraud fairy tales. Plus, they conveniently blame Biden and the Democrats for the rising prices. And of course, the left is pissed off because of abortion, many other issues, of course. So we'll see. We'll see who's more motivated to show up. But I also wanted to share some news from Politico. They're forecasting a likely Republican takeover of the House, and they've updated 12 races with 10 moving toward the Republican candidates. The other 2 of the 10 are now toss-ups. The 2 toss-ups in the race are in areas that Biden won by double digits, so that is not good. One is in Oregon, the other one is in Central California, which most people think California is just all blue, all liberal. That's not true. It is very conservative in the center of the state. In my opinion, if Republicans still pull off a red wave next month, even after what happened with Roe versus Wade, it's going to be because the Democrats have done a crappy job of explaining the biggest cause of inflation, which is corporate greed. So I'm going to be doing a segment on that next week. So I hope you guys will share it to let people know what's really going on and why the Fed is only making matters worse. But anyway, I also wanted to share a quick update about John Fetterman. He's running, of course, in the state of Pennsylvania to become the senator. He just released a new letter from his doctors, which says, quote, he's recovering well from his stroke and his health has continued to improve. The doctor also noted that Fetterman still has some auditory processing issues, so he misses certain words here and there. It's not that he doesn't understand what's being said, but he might miss a word or two. But the doctor wrote, quote, communication is significantly improved, and quote, he spoke intelligently without cognitive deficits. So it doesn't mean that he doesn't understand things. He has any kind of cognitive issues. He just literally doesn't hear certain words. So in addition, his doctor cleared him for full work duties, and he said that his blood panel looks great. The latest polls, unfortunately, have Dr. Odd gaining on Fetterman. So we'll see what happens with that. But back in Georgia, I should mention there was a new report that came out by 538, and they said that there was a slight movement in the race against Herschel Walker, or involving Herschel Walker, I should say. So after all of these scandals came out, all of these, baby mamas coming forward, all of these children that we didn't know about, the abortions that he paid, or abortion that he paid for, the second one that he wanted to pay for, that he's still denying. Yeah, it didn't harm him that much, but there was a little bit of nibbling around the edges. So we'll see if that's enough to stop him. I mean, the fact that someone with brain damage, let's be clear what this is. CTE is damage to the brain. from contact sports, namely football. If someone with damage like that to their brain, who cannot form a comprehensive, cogent sentence, a rational sentence and thought, is elected to be a senator, a United States senator of an entire state. Holy crap. What the hell is going on in our country? It's insane. So I'll let you guys know. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Take care, and I'll talk with you soon.